What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Turnbuckle Talk. Of course, from myself, the Kraken, and Josh. Josh, first off, Happy New Year's. Hope 2026 has started
You
off
know,
good for you.
yeah, it was solid. I did my annual New Year's Eve stream with my fiance and some of my closest friends, and we watched Stranger Things finale live. Or once that dropped, that was amazing. I loved it, man. I don't know if you watched it, but I loved it. Did you? What did you watch it?
Yeah, so right after AEW went off, I watched it. My wife did. So,
What'd you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down. We won't say spoilers, but thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah, me too.
yeah.
I enjoyed it. I really liked everything. They got me really good with a lot of their stuff.
Oh, wow.
And one thing I was like, okay, none of the duffers kept saying that no one was guessing the ending right, and sure enough, all the theories I saw, none of them were correct in any way. Not a bad thing. I thought it was still good. So
Yeah, I like that everyone was wrong on the theories they had. I will say that the Duffers did get me several times.
yeah, I feel like I'm definitely gonna be rewatching that show just because, like, now that we lived through it and we had to wait so long, I feel like really sitting down and watching everything. Like, if you get time just to like over like a month period to sit down and just watch it again all the way through, I bet like we could really like, wow, okay, like that feels like so good now to seeing it all the way through, like in one sitting, not
Yeah,
one sitting, but you know what I mean, like one watch through. So I feel like I'm gonna be doing that sometime here in the next few months. I wouldn't doubt it. Um, but yeah, and then after that, we just watched Dynamite, which we'll go over tonight. Afterwards, we watched it. Thank you, HBO Max, because that was great. And plus, you just skip past the commercials on HBO Max after it's not live anymore, so that was fun. Easy way to get through the show. And yeah, and then we just hung out, played some games, and played Gartic Phone, which is fun. I don't know if you ever played Gartic Phone. Have you
I've,
played that?
I've not, I don't even know what that is.
It's a game where you draw. So like it starts out like it's like you usually want a lot of people, so usually like 4 or 5 more to all play. So everyone has to write a sentence, and then it randomly gives that person in the game the sentence, and you have to draw it. And then it
Okay.
gives your drawing to another random person that's in the game, and they have to write a sentence of what they're seeing, and then the next person has to draw until so on and so forth. So just like it goes on, and then you go through all the things. It's so fucking hilarious, dude. It's
Yeah.
so funny. We played that. We played some Mario Kart, and then New Year came in, and then I was like, "All right, peace. Let's get out of here. I'm getting tired. I'm old."
I got it. So,
But it was a solid New Year's.
so y'all celebrated at 12 o'clock your time zone, at least in Colorado?
Yeah, yeah, which would be 2 a.m. your time.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we didn't watch the ball drop here because, of course, with
Yeah, I don't
being in
watch
North
it either.
Carolina, it's East Coast, and so like when I went and put on regular TV afterwards, like they were showing the ball dropping in Tennessee. I was, damn,
Mhm.
like that's crazy, and that like
Yeah,
I've
they replay the ball drop. So, like, we'll see the East Coast one, obviously, like the live, because it's live, obviously. So we see it live, and then 2 hours later, it kinda, like, restarts from that last hour to count down for our time zone. So it does it I'm sure it does it for Central as soon as it's over midnight. I'm sure a few minutes later, it kinda they once it goes to, like, a commercial, come back to a certain point from the last hour previously to get it going again for the Central Time Zone. But, yeah, so it replays for us to see
yeah, I didn't know how
at our
that
time. But
works.
I don't watch it. I don't usually watch the I forget what the fuck it's called, but yeah, I usually just chill. Like I usually just go on Google and hit countdown to New Year, and it always finds it right away. And I just use that as my countdown, and I pull it up on stream for everyone to see. And we all just be dumb and count down. But yeah, no, it was fun. That's usually what I do. It's like the 4th year I think I've done that on stream.
I didn't know.
Kind of a way to prep me for the Wrestle Kingdom stream. Staying up late. I'm always up late though, anyways. So like last night, I didn't even mean to. I just couldn't sleep. I was up to like 6 a.m. I
Jesus,
could not go to sleep, bro.
that's good.
Yeah.
Probably slept good though afterwards, but
I feel good now, but I mean, I felt like I didn't get enough sleep initially. I kept waking up to use the bathroom too afterwards. And then, of course, Daisy was like, "What the fuck, dude? It's getting late." So I had to get up. And once I went and got up to pee, I was like, "All right, I'll take her out." So I took her out as a zombie. I was all zombified, tired, and then came back in and I just fell back in my bed and fell back asleep.
can't do that. I don't know. I can't say it feels like past like.
I mean, I can. It's just I feel so tired the next day. Even if I do sleep like 6, 7 hours, I'm still like,
I would say
it sucks. Today
You
though, I wasn't as bad. I guess I must have slept pretty deep.
got a big weekend though coming up with Wrestle Kingdom and the Broncos.
Yeah, so we have that, and I have a lot to do in general, and like not just that. Like I need to trim down the Stranger Things clips. I wanted to wait. I didn't want to spoil people right away. Well, already seen a lot of clips posted, but I wanted to wait to post my reactions. I felt like I wanted to not spoil everyone who had to wait for one reason or another.
Yeah,
They couldn't watch it right away. I'm trying to be a nice person. So
understandable.
I have to edit that down. I have like a whole 2-hour vertical clip, that I have from OBS that I have to clip through and post, and then I have to upload the actual. I do a full show reaction. I'm posting to the Patreon. I still got to film my end of year awards. I'm still late with that.
Gosh,
Yeah, I was
he's
supposed to post those tomorrow, but I took a fucking lazy day yesterday, which I needed. I feel like, which is weird because then I was up till 6 a.m. anyways. Um, And then, yeah, and then I needed, those reaction streams are coming up, and then we got fucking everything coming in, the Raw on Monday, that's gonna be big. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a 3-hour Raw, by the way.
yeah, it's gonna be. Also they're doing a Stranger Things collab. We're gonna have the
That's gonna be
upside down,
interesting.
like as
I think we're gonna get
Tron.
something like I think we're gonna get at least a match stipulation related. I wouldn't be surprised if because we've already seen like the last few weeks, in the bottom right, a lower third will come up with like the Demogorgon, and it's like Stranger Things 5, and it gives you like the whatever how to watch on Netflix, and then like the Demogorgon comes back up and shit. So I feel like the whole Raw graphics, because we've already seen some of them have like the fucking vines or whatever you want to call them from the Stranger Things. So I think the whole graphics will be Stranger Things esque, and they did apparently are telling the people, I guess they sent out an email or something to the people that are going to that Raw to dress, if you can, Stranger Things style. So I guess like 80s or just, Stranger Things gear or whatever the fuck you have. That could be like
Makes
that.
sense. That
So
does make
they're
sense.
really going for the vibe, I guess. So we'll see. I guess I think that it'll still be the LED screen, but they'll definitely change the graphics up.
It'll be
And one
interesting.
match, at least like I hope it's not a lumberjack match and it's like fucking random people dressed in Demogorgon outfits and like fucking people dressed in 80s clothes. Oh, because I hated when they did that shit at that Backlash, the WrestleMania Backlash at the time with Damien and Miz. I
The
think it was the
zombies.
Backlash. Yeah, for that whatever Netflix movie they were cross promoting. I
It was that zombie
think it
movie
was
with
the
Batista, right?
Batista. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
That was actually a good movie. I don't know if you ever watched it, but it was pretty
I
good.
did not. I didn't know. I have to check it out actually. Um, yeah, so that's gonna be interesting on Monday. But yeah, I think 3 hours because like they did a few 3-hour Raws like for their big ones this last year, excuse me. So I wouldn't be surprised for sure if it's 3 hours on Monday.
I mean, they have enough to make it. They got what 3 title matches,
Mm.
possible Jericho
Tag
return.
titles, the women's IC and the world title. Yeah, yeah, Jericho. And then tonight on SmackDown we had all kinds of shit too, like debuts and returns. So that was unexpected, at least for the return. I was surprised by that. So let's talk about SmackDown here because I really want to talk about the return that we had tonight. So Matt Cardona, and as Matt Cardona, and they even played that like newer Zack Ryder theme song that he came
Mhm.
out to during the Cena tournament. So he faced Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson had a mystery opponent. It was Cardona. Came out, they did the woo woo woo, but it like faded into his Cardona theme song. Then it's the Always Ready and everything. So he's Matt Cardona, and they said on commentary he's fully signed to the SmackDown brand. So he is officially back in the WWE. Dude, what is your thoughts on that? That surprised the fuck out of me. I was not ready for that.
I mean, I was excited. I popped for when we heard the woo 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 because I I was expecting it to be Trick, but I was like, all right, cool, this will work too. He's getting a few more runs with the TNA agreement, and then it fades down, and I was like, oh shit, he's actually Matt Cardona
Yeah,
this
I
time.
thought
That's
it was a TNA
awesome.
thing too. That's what I expected.
And I was like, all
So I was like,
right,
oh, okay.
so they're gonna let him be the indie god on WWE this time instead of doing
Well, I
and
feel like that has to die if he's no longer in the Indies, right?
yes, and then Michael Cole. I was like, okay, well, cool. So I'm glad he's back. He has redone himself completely. In my opinion, I feel like he's more over now than what he was when he won the IC title at WrestleMania. The crowd likes him more, in my opinion. Now, I've always liked Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, but my only worry is he going to be part of the Gunther retirement run.
Like, hey, do you want to come back? How long do you plan on keep working there, Matt? 2 years? Oh, perfect. Just sign right here.
Yeah. I'm hoping not, but either way, I like this. We talked about it, I think, last week. For 3 hours, they have got to build the show. And
Yes.
with that one and a few of the other ones we've seen tonight, they are absolutely stacking.
I agree 100%, dude. Yeah, but you know what's funny too is, excuse me. I wasn't surprised, obviously, that he was on SmackDown. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna go with this, but I thought it was interesting that he did come back after like years of and I've made fun of him for this, and poking fun, not like in a sense of I think he's dumb or anything. Just I memed about this. So he would talk, oh, I'm the indie god. That was his whole gimmick, and then a lot of the time it would turn into, I don't know why I haven't been back in the WWE yet. I haven't heard from them. Blah blah blah. Chelsea's doing well there. But I don't know why I haven't. I don't know why. I feel like so it's like, wait, aren't you the indie guy? But you're talking about going to the E all the time. I felt like it was a frequent thing we heard about like every 2 months from him or something. So it
Yeah.
was like that always made me laugh. But I didn't really care for him up until probably I wouldn't say his like I liked his initial like where he started everything with the whole uh YouTube stuff, like I thought that was funny. But when he was super over during that, like because of how over that got, I wasn't even really like watching the show at the time, like as I am now. So like I never really got into him when he like first got over. So when I started to get back into it, I was just like never got really into him.
Yeah.
So, but I did of course like him obviously as at his time outside of the company a lot because I saw him outside, at the GCW show in Dallas for All In weekend last year and stuff like that and saw him of course he was at doing autographs at Starcast like one of the hallways, so it was like
Yeah.
really easy just to walk by and say anything to him and he was really cool. But yeah, so I think it's awesome. I'm glad that he's back, but I hope he's definitely not going to be part of that retirement tour shit.
And then also, I hope they don't find a way to throw him in a tag team like they did with him and Joe Raleigh.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Just I don't know. He's not going to get a world title run, I feel.
No, no, I
Unless
don't
he
think.
somehow gets his new shit over like massively somehow.
I don't know.
If
I
he
would
gets the
have,
opportunity.
I would have liked to seen him and LA Knight have a mic war on SmackDown, but look at LA Knight's gonna stay on Raw.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they haven't even mentioned like if they're doing the whole transfer window like they did last year, and we haven't had a draft since what 2023.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, we had a transfer window this time last year, I believe, but we're waiting to see what happens. Obviously, with SmackDown going 3 hours, they need the talent, and then we're getting it. So we also saw Trick Williams have a promo tonight with Sami Zayn, and then also set up a match with Rey Fenix. Trick's officially on the SmackDown brand. He revealed in the promo with The Miz, which was hilarious, by the way. The Miz was cracking me up before Trick came out there. And he was just cracking me up while he was talking with Miz too. I love when Trick always says the lemon pepper steppers. That's one of my favorite lines of his. Like when he brings those up, he has a great jive talk that I love so much.
Yes.
Um, so that's gonna be cool though. Him and Ray Phoenix next week should be fire. That should be cool too.
And my thing for Trick, I was expecting when he came up to the main roster, I knew he would get a good reaction. I was not expecting that for what he got. They
The
were
what that Trick's over.
loud.
It's very over.
And I had people in my chat trying to say it was canned in noise. I do not believe at all it was any
I
added
think
noise.
I think it's always been that over. I think the first time he showed up on the main roster, like a year and a half ago, I forget exactly what it was for, but he showed up and I think he just came out and helped Mello or he did something random on the main roster. But he came out and he has his theme hit and he was fucking getting those same chants. That was a while ago. That was way before he got called up.
And now he's even bigger now, in my opinion, with the crowd. Even as a heel, like, and if he goes face,
He's a better heel than face. He's good face,
yeah,
but I like him better as a heel.
I do too. But if he went face, it would be even louder.
100%. 100%. Yeah. So, and then the other person that they're infusing into SmackDown, which wasn't like made official on the show, but according to Sean Ross Sapp, he updated an article that he had dropped earlier today about Jordan. She was going to be a PW Insider initially reported that she was backstage and going to appear on the show in some capacity they were hearing. Sean Ross Sapp said that he hadn't heard what she was going to be doing. I think, or I might be wrong on that, but he did do an article kind of just saying the same thing. Like, yeah, she's there. And she ended up showing up and talking to Nick Aldis and then, Chelsea Green. She's met her before. They had a little interaction. And it led to her like, oh yeah, I'd love to sign here, and basically like saying like she'd love to sign there if she gets to fight Chelsea because the way that interaction went down. And then we saw her again talk to Jade backstage, which was crazy because the height difference is pretty wild. She's like a whole foot taller than Jordan.
Yeah.
That was wild. But yeah, so teasing that possible matchup. The only thing that sucked is I felt like there was like, and you could tell the crowd was getting it live. There was like no reaction to Jordan walking up on Jade after her interview, and I was like, damn, that kind of sucks because this should be fire.
It would be, and I said the same thing. Afterwards, I was like, that'll be a match. I would actually enjoy that feud for them two. But the crowd didn't seem like they were into that one as much as they were the Chelsea part.
And she got loud pops at both Rumbles that she was in too. And I think she showed up a few times on the main roster besides that. I could be wrong. But yeah, I was a little surprised by that. There was like the no pop for her when that happened. I was like, damn.
I, I
Maybe it's
feel
because the second time they saw her. I don't know.
maybe it. I feel like if they are gonna bring her up, it has to be in a pretty big match where she can get over with the crowd. But I mean, they haven't. If I feel like a lot of people that don't watch NXT probably don't watch TNA, and they don't really know who she is unless they're a real big wrestling fan.
Yeah,
That,
I would agree with that. I
that
think she definitely got more popularity when she came from TNA on the Rumble the first time. Obviously, we saw um it was a few years prior, but Mickie James was the first woman to come in as knockout champ at a Rumble. But then obviously that was Jordan. That one was a big surprise. Like it was really out of nowhere for Jordan. Like I don't even think it was reported that year that she was like backstage or anything. And that was a really good surprise for her. And I think that's what really got her over is because she came out and was like, oh shit, this is like an actual TNA wrestler. Like this isn't someone who was WWE that went back there and then came back. Like
yep,
it felt like, oh shit. Like this is legit TNA person coming over here
yeah,
right
that's what.
now as champion. And we knew they were already doing stuff in NXT, but that was when it was like, whoa.
Like, what are the
Or no, that was before the
possibilities?
NXT stuff. I'm sorry, that was actually before the
Yeah,
NXT stuff was really going.
that is right. So yeah, that was pretty big for her at that
So
moment.
I feel like that's why that pop was so big for that, and why she got more. I would say got more. That people like looked her up after like, oh okay, she's the live crowd realized who she was, so let me check her out. Like the people who didn't know,
Yeah, there was.
and she has a great look. So
That's true. That is true. I I just feel like they're probably gonna show her a few more times on like talking backstage or maybe have her do a couple singles matches like they have Javon, and then move her up.
that'd be cool. I would be fine with that too. But yeah, so Sean Ross Sapp, he updated his article during SmackDown and saying like update. We're told that is her official main roster debut. So I don't know if I feel like it has to be SmackDown, but like he didn't clear unless he updated again. But yeah, so that's it. She's on the main roster officially.
So with all of those, did you see the other kind of teased one?
Well, they did the Oba vignette again.
The Oba vignette where it
Yeah,
went to his name being blue instead of greenish color.
I didn't realize it did the blue. I just figured it was kind of like the similar video, so I wasn't fully focused on it.
It went saw his name was Solid Blue, which everyone that I've seen talking about it believe that he is also coming to SmackDown because of that.
I would hope so. I feel like, and I think I said this on Tuesday. I feel like they need to have it be Javon on Raw and Trick and Oba on SmackDown. I believe that's what I said on Monday too,
I think it
or
was.
on Tuesday as well. Um, as much as I think SmackDown needs the help and they could use Javon as well, I feel like you can't. They just had their stand and deliver match that this last year that just won NXT. You know what I mean? I feel like at least one of them needs to separate to do other things instead of get caught back up with them.
I do agree.
It's gonna be hard to bring all three onto the same brand and push them all because they all deserve that.
But with if Oba's coming to SmackDown, come with the NXT title, or does that mean Leon does take it off on Tuesday?
Yeah, we have New Year's Evil on next Tuesday, so I think they could pull the shocker and have him be the one TNA guy that finally got the big title for them, from NXT. But I also could see them doing the whole him going to the main roster with the NXT title still, kind of like what they did with KO.
I mean, Tuesday will be a great show because all these
All the
speculations.
defenses,
Yeah,
Kendall and JC as well. And could JC get called up too? Maybe.
yeah. I mean, they haven't teased anyone but Jordan, but there is possibilities.
Yeah, and we just had Lash a few months ago, 3 months ago or so, get called up. So yeah, I mean they definitely need it on the SmackDown side if they're gonna stay 3 hours for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, because there's no end in sight.
And my fiance even says, wonder if Jordan has moved up because of the Meechin injury too.
The Meechin injury is a good possibility, or is it because of what happened with Thea and it kind of derailed what
Yeah,
story
that
they
could
were
have fucked
going
things
with
up
it?
too. They did have to change a lot for that. Also, Alexander Rose in the chat says, since Jordan is called up, can she get a new theme? The one they gave her recently sucks. I agree. I can't believe it's because she even had her TNA theme that she apparently owned for a while there for like 5 months, and then they changed it.
It's not like Scott said anything about it because I mean he was the one that
Oh
originally.
yeah, wasn't the rumor like it was too similar to Braun's intro, so they didn't want it to be the same
And
or some bullshit?
no, it was more. It was too similar to Scott Steiner's intro. I thought
Well, I thought they said Braun because Braun's in the company.
it might have been,
I
and I
don't think it
thought it
matters if it's similar to Scott's. I thought they just didn't want it to be similar to, which is funny because they had Bailey and Rollins theme during COVID sound the same when it started. So I don't know what the
did.
problem is now.
I don't know. I had someone worried about them going to change their name. I was like, no, they would have done that in NXT.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely sold over the rights to her name for sure if they're still using it. So, but yeah, my love's in the chat. My fiance said it's because of Braun is what the rumor was,
That makes sense.
his theme, because it had like the sirens or whatever too. But yeah, I'm not a fan of her current theme, but it's whatever. I'll get used to it. Kit Wilson's theme tonight was kind of cool. I actually like that when he came out. It actually sounded like a pop artist theme. I feel like it's probably something like to do where they took like vocals and changed them around with AI. I think they did that to one of the other themes that came out publicly. Maybe it was
Yeah,
like vocals that someone popular like recorded that just put it into one of those fucking things and they just have that and they changed it with AI or some shit.
they probably did. But I mean, I didn't know who the hell it was. To be honest, like he'd been doing the main event
It's a great
stuff.
theme.
I thought someone else was like debuting. I was like, son of a bitch, they're stacking tonight's card. And I was like, oh, okay, it's Kit. This is new.
Yeah, I liked
This is
it.
great. This fits his character. Like out of
What
the,
did you think of the stipulations for the 3 stages of hell for next Friday that they picked?
I didn't like him.
No?
No,
I almost called them. The only thing I got wrong was the second match. I thought that would be like some type of no holds barred, or like basically any type of no DQ. They have like so many different names: Extreme Rules, No holds barred, anything goes. Well, and so Falls Count Anywhere kind of fits into that, but I wasn't saying that one specifically. So I'm curious though. The last one's still cage, but he said classic still cage. So I'm curious. Does that mean classic rules where you have to escape to win, or does that mean classic steel cage is a barred cage?
I'm hoping both. I'm
I would
hoping
love that.
I would like it to be the blue old school style cage.
I feel like it won't be blue if it is the barred cage. It'll be black because I feel like they did a few black ones before they went to the actual fencing.
Never mind.
Uh,
What
Yeah, I
what
think
I
so. But also, those cages were really short. Like they were like 6.5 feet. Like so, like they weren't much taller than the turnbuckles.
so what I would have liked, because he's been playing a lot off of the Dusty stuff seen tonight. I would have liked if we had like a cowbell match, and I cannot remember the damn name of the match.
Oh, the dog, like a dog collar match, not a dog collar, the
Um,
bull rope match.
yeah, well, they got the bell in the middle. They're both tied to it. I would have liked
Yeah, it's a
that
bull
to it.
rope.
Something
Well, it was
Dusty.
Drew's pick. I feel like if it was a Cody pick, and he would have definitely done something like that. But it makes sense for Drew to not pick that.
But to beat him at, I could see him using it. I'm gonna beat you at your father's own game. That would have made
True.
sense.
Yeah, definitely. I was fine with them. I kind of figured that's the route they would go. It kind of made the most sense. That's kind of what they do. The first one's always the normal match for some reason. There's no step to it besides just. And the way I like the way Drew phrased it though. He was like in a wrestling match. straight wrestling. Like, so he just wants to wrestle him the first match, nothing fancy. And I was like, okay, I like the way you're talking, like saying this. He just wants to wrestle him. And then the second match, that Falls County where I want to take you through the crowd. I want to be able to pin you anywhere. I just loved his delivery during the promo. I thought he did a really good job. And then of course he was in front of the Cody, his mobile home or whatever you want to call it, not mobile home, but the truck or whatever, the bus, I guess is what it is. And he went in there and he said he went through all those personal items and through Brandy's and the kids stuff and brought out the pictures, a frame photo of Cody and Dusty from either before Cody was in the WWE or when he first was in it. I couldn't tell. And he broke it, and then of course Cody goes to the back. Fucking Drew's gone, and then all the fucking producers and reps, no, Cody, no, he's gone, man. Don't worry, don't hit him, you'll lose your fucking title. Like, I was like, oh god, this is hilarious. They're having to hold him back because they're worried about him. Just let him do it. If he's gonna do it, let him lose his fucking title. Why are
Yeah.
you stopping him? Why is the production and the referees stopping him from losing his own title by doing the one thing he can't do and hit this man? And they did it again once Drew was all of a sudden in the ring and he burned the fucking photo and threw it in the trash can. And of course, Cody and all the production came out and they stopped him again and they were like almost nose to nose. Well, Drew stuck his head through the ropes and Cody was on the like nearly on the apron. I was like, just let him do it. Why? I understand if he does, he loses it, but that's his decision. And I know that probably the whole story is like, oh, he's letting the anger get the best of him. He's getting egged on, so he's gonna regret it. Of course he is, but fucking let it happen.
What
Why do you have to stop him?
would have spitting on him count as hitting him?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I could have
He
seen
might have.
Cody doing it. Like, that's what
He didn't though.
no, but I felt like that's what should have maybe happened to add to it to piss off Drew a little bit, but I don't know. Everyone seems to go for Dusty as Cody's weakness. And I think this has
Mhm.
been the best way it's been done with Drew this time.
I just find it funny that, and this is obviously a different. This was years ago when he first got released. When he was first released in WWE, his whole thing was like, he didn't want to do stories based around like his dad or anything, like all that, because I think he wasn't too far after he died. Um, or he died like I think after Cody got released, I think.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, so I just find that funny that now he's like all gung ho on these. It's
Yeah,
been a while though, so I get it. It's been like a decade.
it seems like it doesn't bother him as bad now because of that. It's been a
Yeah.
while. Okay. He's not okay. I don't think he's okay 100% with it, but he's like, it doesn't bother him.
My mod Alexander Rose says Cody's own personal domicile and he will not be harassed. That's from Breaking Bad. And then he also said spitting is considered assault. So yeah, I guess he could be stripped.
That's why he didn't.
So yeah, that was a good segment though. Like the promo Cody cut before the whole Drew stuff was pretty solid too. Kind of a kind of typical Cody, but it was a good promo. But yeah, then after that with Drew getting under his skin, it's obviously it's next Friday, so that's when we'll get that match in I forgot Brussels, I believe it is, Germany.
Russell's Berlin, somewhere over there.
I think it's Brussels. So that should be a good match. I think Drew should win, but I don't think they're gonna pull the trigger. I think they're gonna keep it on Cody.
I think so if they have, there's a couple ways they could do it. If they have Drew win, that would open the door for his first challenger to be Oba, where they had that confrontation at Saturday Night's Main Event. If it's not, then we either have to turn Sammy heel or Randy heel because they both want to
Mhm.
challenge Cody.
True. Yeah, so Randy did come out tonight. So he returned to start the show, confronted the Miz, who cut his funny ass promo to start. Got to RKO. So Randy backstage confronted Cody and did tell him like, after you're done with Drew, I'm coming for that title. And we had seen him for months staring at that title, quickly glance after he'd like back Cody up or whatever, or just in a backstage segment. I've had conversations and we'd see him always glance at it. Like if he was like, oh yeah, it's talking to me. So does Cody retain then?
I hope not.
I think he ends up and then he'll face Randy. They've been teasing the Randy match for a bit. And then Randy's been gone for what, 4 months?
We've been going
For a while.
since him and Cena's match at what, Backlash? How long? Maybe a
No,
little that
no, he
long.
was around a bit after that. He's been gone
Yeah.
for a while though.
He's been doing a lot of stuff in Saudi.
He's a part timer at this point, I feel like, in ring at least.
Yeah, well, his back,
especially after how long he was out. Yeah, the back.
I don't think he can do it like he wants. But he even after he hit the 2 RKOs, he looked at the camera and said 2026, he's coming for everything. So,
True. True, true. So it's gonna be interesting. He has to turn heel if he faces Cody, though. He can't be. I don't want to see face Cody, face Randy.
I mean, we could get a heel Cody finally.
True. Did he attack Jacob? Jacob should be coming back, I feel like, soon.
I'd hope. I mean, he might have. And then Cody go heel, Jacob come after him because Jacob's over as a face. And then, I think Sammy's undefeated at Saudi, so he could win the Rumble and be a face versus Cody that way.
True.
Wins the Rumble by God.
My fiance Sarah says, I feel like anyone who talks about the world title right now is entering the Rumble. I would agree. Like, Sammy felt like he was going to enter the Rumble, the way he was talking about the whole Cena thing with his son at the match and how his son asked him about how come he hasn't had that title and all that, which was a great story, by the way. I loved that promo before Trick came out, and that became that too, which was good. So I think it's a very big possibility in Saudi he could win it. But I don't know.
I mean,
I think it should be Gunther
Gunther win the Rumble.
after beating Cena. Yeah, I think he should. If Punk beats Braun on Monday, I don't know what's gonna happen on Monday. It would make sense for the Vision to get involved and cost him, so I could see it going either way. But if Punk does retain and defends at Mania, I would think it would be against Gunther. They have the history from when Punk beat him and then Seth cashed in, of course. Then Gunther was gone since then until the John Cena tournament. So that would make sense for him to win coming back after beating Cena, winning the Rumble, and then if Punk retains facing him at Mania. That would make the most sense in my eyes. I feel like you need to give Gunther that after beating Cena. I don't think you should call him off.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Or have Gunther face Punk at the Rumble that way. Have him get over.
Yeah, you could do that too. I wouldn't hate that either. And then you could have, I guess, someone face Gunther, but Gunther would need to retain at Mania in my eyes. He's already 1-2. He's only won the triple threat match against Drew and Sheamus, and then he's lost his 2 single matches.
Which means
So he needs to win at Mania this year in my eyes. You can't, especially after the Cena win, you can't have him lose at this year's Mania.
But then on the other side of this, we also had Roman say those titles will look good over my shoulder. So I think they put themselves into a wall.
I don't, because I could also see them doing, if Gunther doesn't win Rumble, it's either Chamber or whatever. I feel like he's getting a world title match even if it's Breaker.
Yes.
I mean, even if Breaker gets a short reign, it's gonna be Gunther winning at Mania. That's where I'm at right now. It could change, obviously, as the story progresses, leading through Mania and after or before Rumble. I mean, I could also see Roman and Cody, but I don't think that should be for the title.
Cody part 3.
3, yeah. I don't think that should be for the title though.
Couldn't be, but
It probably will be.
we don't hold the keys to that side of the story.
Unless some unforeseen circumstances happen, I really believe that's the match that they're gonna go with this year at Mania is Roman Cody.
Because I mean, we've seen the 4 focal points of the Vegas trailers on the side, and then the 8 for the women's side that we've seen. 6 in that trailer. Either way, we know who they're wanting to focus on for this WrestleMania setup.
My mod Alexander Rose says he would do it with Gunther, and Gunther hasn't won the last 2 Rumbles because of Cody. So that does add up with that too.
Does been right there at the end. I think I had both of them.
Yeah, he also says if Cody isn't in this year's Rumble, Gunther probably wins, and that will be his story. Yeah, I don't know. Again, if Drew wins next week, we'll have to wait and see. I want them to. I just don't think they will. How about this? Gunther gets the title back. What if Oba comes out after he wins at Mania? That's fine with me. I wouldn't hate that.
I would
I
not.
feel like you need to push him to the moon. A lot of people can compare Oba to Braun Breaker right now, but I think Oba's trajectory is higher. Like he's an instant main eventer. Braun they put in that upper mid card immediately, which is not bad, and it panned out well because he was what 2-time IC champ. Um, and it worked out. He had a good feud with Jay, good matches with Jay and Sammy and a few others. So that worked out good for Braun. But I think that you need to put Oba in that directly in that main event scene. And it's okay. I think if he eats like like gets an instant title shot and loses, I think they could do well with him. Like it won't kill his momentum. I feel like because you could do 1,000 ways that he could lose that match without looking too weak.
Yeah, it's just
Multi-man
he's
match would be the best.
he's so dominant right now though in NXT. Like it's gonna be hard to have him come in and then him not win and then everyone be like, well, they've wasted him just off of him losing one because of what we've seen him do.
No, yeah, you're right. That'll be the ones, but I feel like the ones who see the bigger, as long as the company doesn't just falter him after that. It's really up to the WWE. Like they could have him lose and then still make him feel like a big thing. They just have to do it right.
They had Mello chase for a year to finally get a title.
Yeah, but he was a lot of it. He didn't do shit either.
He was working with the Miz a lot.
His was very yeah. Like once the Miz was out doing his filming, they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll just use him on main event here and there." And then we didn't really see him on TV until the Miz came back from fucking filming. So that was annoying. And obviously it paid off, but it was just like they really cooled him off for a while there when he could have been doing shit.
Could have been, but they didn't do that, unfortunately.
So we'll see with Oba, but I feel like he's definitely SmackDown for sure.
Yeah.
And Gunther, I definitely think needs to win the Rumble though, for sure. That's where I'm at right now with that. Oops, I had the wrong thing pulled up there. Here we go. Lost where I was. So Randy, we already talked about that. Oh yeah, we had the 8-woman tag. I wasn't super invested in this. It wasn't bad or anything. I don't know. I couldn't get involved in the 8-woman tag.
Felt like it was built good, but it was a good match. It just didn't hit what I thought it was going.
The crowd loved it. I remember the crowd going crazy for a lot. Especially, I mean, Rhea's so over, so she was getting mad pops everywhere she goes. No
I,
matter what city they're in, it's loud for her.
I
But yeah, like the crowd was into it. Like I remember them, and I liked the ending. I thought it was a fun ending and everything. I just didn't get into it until the ending.
I felt like Lash and Nia should have gotten the win.
I mean, it makes sense because Rhea and Io are fighting for the tag titles on Monday. So
I know, but could have had Io and Rhea take out the Kabuki Warriors for Lash to pin Charlotte to build that feud up.
yeah, but that you're making your title challengers look weak, and then you'd probably have to force yourself into making it a triple threat now that your title challengers who are fighting on Monday already just got pinned.
Even if
They couldn't win there.
even if they didn't
They couldn't
eat the
win
pin.
there. Yeah, no, that would because then you still have to like because well then what's the point of them pinning Bliss and Charlotte? Just saying they're next in line then?
But I get what you're saying.
Like I feel like you have to have them win to make them look like they're possibly gonna win. And I didn't expect them to pin the Kabukis though. That was surprising.
Yeah, I mean, pinned them, Riptide, over the moon, salt. I mean,
So but I don't feel like Nash and I said the Nash and Lash and Nia should have gotten the win there.
I feel like they should have built up that
You know,
tag team, but I can understand why
I
you.
think they're being built up properly. I think Lash has had really good singles matches against. I mean, she beat Alexa, and I forgot what happened with the Charlotte match, but
I think she beat Charlotte. Oh no, Charlotte might have competed
I
for
think
the
Charlotte
roller.
won.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
she
think she
did.
won that one. But yeah, it was Kyrie who took the pin. So yeah, that's why I just said Kabuki. I didn't remember which one, but it was the Kabukis. I just remember commentary. And then they pinned the champs. So I was fine with that ending. I thought they did that ending perfectly. I feel like having any other team get the win there wouldn't have really. I get why you would want them. You want to make those other teams look strong, but they didn't eat the pin, so that's how you make them look strong in that match.
That is,
They always pin the weakest person. Felt like Alexa or Charlotte should have taken the pin. I get why they had them. Well, Alexa and Charlotte, that means that then the people fighting for the titles would have lost then. Because it was Charlotte and Bliss. and
Yeah.
teaming up with Rhea and
Yeah.
Io. I don't think Rhea and Io should have lost there. Going into a title match in like 4 days, that would have been. Then you would have had to add the team that got the win. And you're like, well, why are they not in there? The other team that was in there lost. Even if they didn't eat the pin, I still feel like you have to.
It does make sense that way.
I don't know. That's just the way I see it. But yeah, so well, hopefully that match is good on Monday. Talked about Kit and Matt. What else happened? Oh yeah, Carmelo defended against Johnny, and that got a lot of time, but we got sucked out so fucking much with commercial on
Yeah.
USA.
There was a
So,
ton of commercials, and there was a ton in that match in particular. I think that's
well,
what
as we
more
said before
enjoyable.
the podcast, we got sucked out 15 different times. They went to a commercial break tonight. That's not how many commercials we had. That's just how many times the show went from watching SmackDown to a commercial.
That is insane. Too
I
many.
guarantee you, if you were to like actually time the whole show without commercials, it's like probably just north of 2 hours long. Like 2
So,
hours and like 8 minutes or something.
so I know for when it does the commercials because I watched it tonight on Netflix with a VPN. Was it didn't always? I don't think at all during the matches it gave us like that that little
No,
graphic
yeah,
going
you'd
through.
stay in the matches and
Yeah,
whatnot, but like anything else, you get some type of
yeah.
commercials. Yeah.
So everything was 3 minutes, even the commercial breaks when it had the timer at the top. So I
Mhm.
think I done the math. I think it was like right at 50 minutes, maybe 52 minutes worth of commercials.
I know. I wish I need to figure out a way. I'd love to do that, but like I already do so much when I'm live besides reacting and like posting, and I do a lot.
It's
So
insane how much time they
yeah,
took
so
away.
I'm sure if they ever post like a tape, like if there's still 3 hours next year, I think we were talking about this already, but if there's a 3 hour SmackDown like going into Christmas next year and they have it taped like they did this year or this last year, I guarantee like the Netflix thing would be like 2 hours and like 10 minutes. Like that means we're getting. Actually, I'd be surprised if it was. I'd be surprised if it was that much commercial. I feel like it was more
That was
like time
exactly.
wise. Yeah, I feel like because it was 2. It was an hour 17. The SmackDown, the Christmas, like the one after Christmas on Netflix that was just posted after, like not live, but no commercials. So that means we obviously missed like when the match would go commercial, we'd miss some of the match, obviously, even on that version on Netflix, which I did complain about. But at the same time, they're always when it's those type of shows, they usually have like the refs are telling them, okay, commercial break. So they're usually in rest holds doing just the bare, not as much stuff. They'll do a few things, but not as go crazy. Unless you're Ilya Dragunov, then you're gonna go fucking crazy during your commercial breaks. Um, which we saw in a few of his US title matches, which were awesome. But yeah, so I loved the match, but we got sucked out so much from Mello and Johnny.
Because like it gets quiet when they go to commercial. It's like, damn, another one. And I felt like they
It
came.
got 2 commercial breaks during this match. So there was 2 different times we got sucked out of this match for commercials. So
Uh,
it got a lot of time. It was like probably like an 18+ minute match.
but I feel like it went to commercial, came back. There was like two, three moves, and then that suplex reversal by Johnny Gargano off the top rope, and it
There was a
went
few
back.
times where it felt like we were back for like 3 minutes and then we'd go immediately back.
I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
The end of the show is like that. So I remember because I do the count. I do like I have a button like a counter from Stream Elements, and I have like a Stream Deck button that helps. Like I just hit it and in the chat. Okay, we have this many commercials, or this many time we went to commercial, and so we count it. And so I was like, we were like predicting like what's it gonna be over because usually I know off the top of my head like Raw we get usually sucked out 12 times unless it's a 3 hour then it's a little bit more. And so I was like, it's gonna be more than that with this being 3 hours. This is gonna be more. This is gonna be like 14. I felt ended up being 15, so I wasn't far off. But I was like, my God, dude, the fact that we're like as pro wrestling fans that we do this, that we count how many times we get sucked out of the show because how much it happened. So that's my biggest negative. The show was great. The booking was solid tonight. The storytelling was good. Promos were good leading up to the, Monday Night Raw that's coming up. And of course, the Brussels show. I thought they did like everything well tonight. I gave the show a 4.5 out of 5 overall. And the commercials killed me, dude. I hated it. The
Yep.
show was good though.
The only thing I thought was kind of off was this women's United States title match.
Yeah, I don't know how much time that got. I think we only got one commercial break in it. And, I figured Julia was gonna win. The booking and I feel like Chelsea's reign was fine. It wasn't long, but she's really entertaining, so I'm I'm fine with it. She's always a joy to watch, so I didn't hate it that it was that short. I just really hope they book Julia's next reign way better than her
They
last one.
have to. They absolutely have to. Because last time it was, I don't even think she defended it.
I feel like they need to do more with like her and Kiana instigating shit, like I don't know, something.
And
They need
like
to do something more with her and during this reign.
last time they were backstage trying to recruit people like Tiffany. And my thing is,
Yeah, and it would just lead to random matches with like Kiana, and then they'd move on and then be gone for like 2 weeks and then come back. You know what I mean?
yeah,
At least it
but
felt like that. Maybe they weren't gone, but
and if you remember, Nikki Cross was standing around a lot watching. They would disappear.
well, and it's the same with the Tamatanga, like in a sense, like he was like always following Ilya, talking to him, and now he's no longer champion. And we saw Tama tonight, Shinsuke walked up on him and they talked Japanese for a second to each other before Shinsuke walked off and Solo came up and he told him, "Oh, that's just an old story or old something," he called it. Because he of course both in New Japan. So that was an interesting little thing to see. But like, man, like what was the whole point of the Ilya stuff? And then he loses and then now like it just seems like we dropped. Like
Yeah, and my
we're still
thing,
in this Wyatt stuff with the MFT, which I haven't been invested in.
I haven't either, but
And we're getting another 4v4 next week of them.
yeah, I don't understand that. Why can't we just put the tag titles on the line and Solo
I agree.
and Howdy have a match?
Because that's obviously where it's going to go. Because told Tama afterwards, he's like, "Okay, so we're going to win next week, and then we're going to get you guys those tag titles." That means that would lead to some type of tag title match, which is cool. And again, this is something I've been saying I wanted in WWE. I want to see more like blood style feuds, or not even just blood feuds, but feuds between characters that continue on in the mid card. That's not just like, "Hey, we're doing this fatal 4-way to get." We're actually getting that with Damian and Alistair, which went too long, but it was solid. And we're getting this with the MFT and the Wyatts, but it just hasn't been enough to keep me that invested. So at the end of the day, it's like a double-edged sword for me. I love that we're getting these longer term storylines from mid-card talents, to have these feuds and actual stories with people instead of just, oh, hey, we're doing this random tournament for number one contention. Oh, no, random fight, fatal five-way, and random battle royal, whatever the fuck it is for number one contender. We're actually getting mid-card feuds, it feels like right now, which is cool because like I'd say same with like Chelsea and Julia, obviously they've been going back and forth now. That's the second time she's beaten Chelsea, or no, she beat Zelina for it, but they've been feuding for a while. So I mean, it gets her back the title. So they're doing them more, but man, they're just not that interesting.
Uh,
The
uh,
Alistair and Damien one was good. It just went too long. I think that was the most interesting one. It just went too long.
it did go a while. I think it covered
6 months. Damien said tonight in his backstage promo,
yeah,
6 months I've been dealing with him.
that's
So
insane.
if this was like 4 months, I bet we would have been saying the complete opposite because it's been a good feud. They've had a lot of great stuff happening with the fire, the flame. Speaking of, dude, during their match tonight, holy flame to
Jesus.
the face.
Yeah,
That
that
shit
was
looked like
really
he was way too
close.
close and he actually was like right on his cheek.
Yeah, there was some good spots in this.
The fucking razor's edge on the fucking windshield. Do you think that was real glass?
I'm glad, my God, it was.
It
And
looked like fake glass, but then when they
yeah,
were inside the truck, I was like, oh wait, that actually looks real on the inside.
yeah, it did look a little real. I think police and ambulance and fire trucks have special glass for their windshields.
Do you think that was an actual ambulance that was like being used to actually transport, or is that like one they maybe use in like movies and TV?
I mean, it could have been one that WWE was like, "Hey, listen, we need this, and we'll pay to get the window fixed."
I feel like it's a movie TV one or something. I mean, they were in where were they at tonight? I don't even remember. Oh,
Buffalo.
Buffalo. I'm sure they could have got one in New York, no problem.
Oh yeah,
That was
easily.
like a gimmick, like one for TV or something.
This is probably a TV show being put there all the time. So,
Oh, it's just probably some studios up there that they could get them from.
uh,
That's my guess. Because I was when I was thinking about it when he was like when they were fighting on it, I was like, "Do you think this is an actual ambulance chat like that?" They're like, "All right, we're gonna go to work," or is this like a TV show ambulance, like just for the shows? Because they're fucking this shit up. They were swinging the doors all fucking wild. I was like, they're gonna break this shit
and
if this is a real ambulance.
it could have been one that's out of commission as well. One they just use for like practices on, like test runs and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I definitely think it was like a TV show one, gimmicked one. There was no like New York on it or Buffalo, fucking, you know what I mean? Specific company or nothing. It was just ambulance. Like here, ours say like whatever the company of that fucking ambulance, EMS or whatever the fuck it is,
Yeah.
specific ambulance company. So I was like, that has to. I don't know why. I just stoner thoughts. I was like, think they really use that chat? Just randomly during this amazing match. This the 3 hours was getting to me. It was a good match though. I really enjoyed it. It was probably my favorite match of the night. Next to the Carmelo and Johnny, which was great too. Um, but yeah, I thought they fucking killed the shit out of each other. I thought it was funny too. There was a moment when Damien, so obviously Rhea appeared. So Zelina opened the doors and Rhea was in the ambulance and ran her out of the arena basically after I think she had a riptide. I don't even remember
Yeah.
exactly what she had on her. But then at one point Alice Damien closes the doors and I think that's when they go around and they do the whole raise the bed in the windshield and whatnot. And then they go up top and he puts them through the tables that he like drug out, which were already preset. And what made that even funnier too, before I get to the other funny thing I was about to bring up, was when he brought out those tables, like they were covered in like the sheet, like the two tables are like side by side, and they had like all kinds of random shit, like a laptop and all kinds of like random ducking, random shit on it.
Yeah.
And when he went through it off the fucking top of the ambulance, which was badass, he fucking there's all the stupid ass Slim Jim stickers on it. I was like, what's the point if you were covering it with the fucking thing? And now we see it now that he went through it. Oh, and it seemed like they also had padding underneath. Because when he went through it, it looked like there was padding on the bottom that like to cushion the fall, which I thought
Yeah.
was cool.
There was, I didn't see the pattern when he first brought it out, but obviously it was there.
Yeah, I think it was there. I think it fell. I think it was taped to the bottom of the table, and then we saw it once it was collapsed.
Yeah. And then the monitor or the laptop, it
The
disappeared.
laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, it got smashed. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
done.
So
Brutal spot though. That could have went bad. It was perfect though.
yeah, the meteor through the table. I don't know if they showed that when it came
Oh,
back
during
from the
it was
commercial.
during picture in picture.
Okay, yeah.
So we actually had picture in picture, and I was actually paying attention, and I saw that, and I was like, they would do this during commercial.
Dude, that could have
Because we
it.
don't hear it. We just hear we hear the audio of the commercial, and we just get to see SmackDown in the
Yeah,
corner or like on the side.
that was a good spot as well. They they didn't have like your normal ambulance style stuff like match. Because I mean, my first ambulance match that I seen was Shane and Kane.
Oh, that was Attitude Era. So yeah, that was
Yeah,
violent.
yeah, that
I
was
mean, this was violent
chaos.
too. Don't get me wrong. This was that was like Attitude Era violent. That was ECW style violent.
Yeah,
And maybe not as extreme, but close enough. But the funny spot that I thought was hilarious. So that once he closed those doors and he took him around, all that, did all that spot. So he goes to open the doors and they're locked. So he opens the side door, but I guess the guy, because there was a driver that we saw when they did the front spot sitting in the fucking thing the whole time.
yeah.
And he must have hit a switch to unlock it because he opened the side door, came back around, and he tried it, and it opened. So he had to close all 3 doors before he won, which I thought was hysterical. I was like, make sure you close the side door. Ah, he's gonna do it! Yay! So he closed one door in the back, the side door. Then he came around and taunted, and then closed the back door.
I thought
I
it
thought that
got
was funny.
jammed at first, the door, and I
I
was
think
like,
it just was locked. I think it just locked when he closed it. It's auto lock, is my guess. I would assume, right? Ambulance, you think those would auto lock so that people don't try to fucking get out.
yeah,
But
possibly. But
that's my guess. I
it
mean, then
was
again, was it a real ambulance?
either way.
See, these things matter. No, I'm just
It
kidding.
does. I didn't realize there was a guy sitting in the front seat. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I noticed it when they went around. I don't remember exactly what he did, but the side door was open and you could just see like you don't see his face, but you just saw a dude in a blue shirt.
Guy who drove the ambulance. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah, he was still there. He was chilling. It was when he opened the door and hit him with it, I think, the side door, one of the side doors. It was towards the end. Um, but yeah, so there was someone in there the whole time. But yeah, that fucking fireball, dude. It seemed like Alistair was like right. It was like he like got it off when he was right here because the ref checked on him pretty immediately, which obviously they do in all those spots. But yeah, and it was good to continue. I didn't really see it. It looked, I mean, red, but it didn't seem morbidly
Yeah.
bad. Maybe third degree, who knows? But yeah, dude, it was a very good SmackDown besides the commercials and the pulling out of the show because of them.
I agreed. The show went better than what I thought it would.
Trying to think. Oh yeah, we got Fraxium or Axiom was gonna be facing Johnny, trying to get his mask back
Oh,
next week. What else did they announce? I don't know if they announced or if there's anything else I missed. I don't think so. Besides, of course, Three Stages of Hell next Friday. Randy wants the title. We'll see what happens with Shinsuke and Tama Tonga, I guess. Trick versus Ray Phoenix next week. So yeah, SmackDown should be pretty interesting in Brussels, man. The 8-man tag with the Wyatts and the MFT. Matt Cardona's back. Jordan Grace and Trick Williams are on the show. Very good SmackDown.
It will be stacked. I'm not gonna lie. I hate that I'm not gonna be able to see it live, so I have to say, good thing I got class because I'll be able to stay off my phone and won't get to see any of the spoilers.
Dude, and then you can watch it as soon as you get home on Netflix with the VPN too. So. And then and if the commercials still exist in the Netflix room, if they're actual commercials, all right, skip forward. That's what I did with Dynamite.
Blame me. Dynamite was good though. It was worth
It was.
watching.
I didn't skip over. The only thing I skipped over was a few entrances, just so the match would start. And luckily nothing happened during those entrances. But yeah, no, I watched the whole show after we watched Stranger Things. I literally took out the dog for WALK. I have to say that because she's right next to me. Spell it out, otherwise she'd want to freak out. She's actually over here looking at me with all of her toys. Like, which one should I play with?
I was honestly wondering what you were spelling out until and it. I was, oh, okay.
I have to spell out OUTWALK and TREET, otherwise she freaks out. Dude, she's gotten smart enough because obviously she was my grandma's dog. She's gotten smart enough now to when she knows I'm ending my lives.
Really?
Like I'll be ending and closing things or whatever, applications and turning off my lights. And not even getting up to turn off my lights yet. And she's right here, standing all the way up, and she's just looking at me like, yep, yeah. It's funny. She's getting smart to that stuff. Hey, you smart little girl. But yeah, so Dynamite was a very good show. Obviously, it was the fallout of I thought it could have been better personally. It wasn't terrible either though. I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, which isn't bad. I thought it was a good show. They did a lot in the main event title scene, which I loved.
Oh my god. Did they?
So Kenny Omega wants the world title. That was what his loose end that he wants. Tie up. He cut a great promo. MJF started the show. In the ring, cutting a good promo, and that's when we saw Kenny on the screen. So he wants that belt, and then that's when we saw Swerve and Hangman show up from the crowd. They want that title. They had the fucking chain and everything ready to fucking fight with. And then Joe cut a promo on the screen talking about getting the title back. So right away, immediately, you have everyone who was in the match for that title wanting that title back. You got Kenny there wanting the title. Then later on, of course, we have Bandito has to face him here on the 14th because he won the Diamond tournament, and that this year they made the Diamond Ring winner get a title shot. So we have him, and then during the show we had Brody King come up and saying, "Hey, once you're done with him, he's gonna give me a title shot." So he's thinking Bandito's gonna give him a shot. So that immediately puts him in the title picture. So it's fuck, this is amazing. And that's the point of the world title. They always say you got the target on your back, but I love that in the first show back from the pay-per-view is literally showing how many of those guys are going for him immediately.
It has made it. John Moxley done exactly what the Death Riders were talking about doing.
Yes.
And this proves it. In this opening, in 2025.
Yeah.
And I probably got overexcited for the Kenny spot when he popped up on the screen because I was hoping Kenny would get another title shot before he called it quits. So when he popped up, I got excited as hell because I would like to see this version of Kenny versus this version of MJF. They're completely different.
Yeah, their match they had on Collision a few years ago, which he brought up in the promo, was fucking great. I think it almost went a whole hour, if not, it did.
Yeah, I do believe.
And I don't think they'll mimic that in the sense it'll be that crazy. I forget what exactly has been reported, if it was Meltzer or SRS or who has said this. But apparently Kenny, they haven't put him in a lot of singles matches just because of all the stuff he's been through the last few years with his health and everything. his body obviously isn't where it used to be, so he can't do a lot of the which I find preposterous because then he had the Gabe Kidd match in his first match back, and it was like, what do you mean he can't do that? He just fucking did it in his first match back. But I get it. He can't do it all the time, is I think is more of what it meant. So I do think it'll be a fire match regardless. But it does seem like they're not putting him in a lot of single stuff until now, obviously.
Yeah, he might be in better health now. He might feel more comfortable in the ring. I don't know. My only thing is, when do they do this? Gonna be like a tournament? Is everybody gonna get a chance at it?
Do you
Is
think that this also though like kind of shows that Bandito won't win on the 14th?
no, because everyone wants the title no matter what. So
No, I
Bandito,
mean the fact that like Uh, I don't know. I guess they didn't set a date for Kenny because obviously he has a Bandito match. I guess you could say that with all of them, but like I don't know. I definitely
unfortunately,
feel like Bandito's not beating him.
no, Bandito won't beat him because MJF will. Bandito
Probably use a
will,
diamond ring.
yeah, yeah, because he and during the promo backstage with Bandito and Brody King, he
Face to face.
he was like,
Yeah.
I have this, or Bandito said something like
And
that.
MJ's like, Shh, I
Yeah,
got 6 others just
yeah,
like it at home. He's like,
just waved it off. So yeah, I say he does
yeah,
use that to win, which will still open the door for a possibility of another match for them, but that'll be how he gets past Bandito.
yeah, I agree 1,000%. So yeah, I'm excited. That main event picture is looking great with Hangman, Swerve, Joe, Kenny, fucking Bandito, and Brody. Like that's insane, man.
Kenny may be
That's
at
so, and then
Revolution, though.
yeah, I mean, that's a long build. I mean, and I think they're gonna have like a few more. I think they might have Fighter Fest before that, which is a weekly thing and stuff like that. I think they usually do those before Revolution. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, and then we also set up a lights out match with the Ops. That's gonna be happening, I believe, next Wednesday. It's gonna be Hangman and Swerve versus Hook and Hobbs, or is it Joe?
It's Hook and Hobbs.
Yeah, it was Hook and Hobbs. Yeah. So it's lights out tag match between them four. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, Hangman cannot wait to get a hold of. So I can only imagine what lights out match is chaotic.
So we also saw Brody King squash Lee Johnson. Poor Lee Johnson, 6 years in, and he's still getting squashed in Dynamite.
He's stuck on Ring of Honor still.
Yeah, the swirl ain't looking too hot with him losing to King, I guess. Um, Darby Allin, I guess he's gonna be facing Pac, who we didn't understand why he was taken out of that mixed nuts match from the pay per view. But so that's good that he'll be back. So, but of course we have first Darby and um Yuta this Saturday tomorrow, and then I think it's Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, Pac and Darby.
Yeah, I don't. It might have been made official for Wednesday. It easily could
If
be.
not, it was Maximum Carnage, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two.
But
But
it was a promo towards Pac, and then he brought up Wheeler for Saturday.
it's not going to be a bad match. They'll have a great one. And this is the way Darby gets out of this Death Riders feud, which may throw him into the damn title picture as well because he's beat all of them at that point.
And we had another mixed nuts match. We had Tony and OC. I love their promo before this match. It was right after the opening stuff with MJF. It was with the conglomeration, and Tony walks up, and she's like, I forgot exactly how she said it, but she called him Citrus Boy.
Yeah, Citrus Boy. So you can dance or you got moves or something like that.
Yeah, and then she said something about I forget exactly how she said it. Um, but she said like how he's very acidic. And then Mina was like all jealous. It's like, don't put your hands on her because they could put his hands in his pocket or something like that. And she was like all jealous of seeing Tony. So that was funny. Their interaction was great. And it was a solid match, the six person tag they had. Death Riders got the win though. Pinning OC, which I was a little bummed about. I feel like OC always eats the pins nowadays in multi-man matches.
He does. No. And then we had after that match, we kind of had the interaction of what people have been thinking is going to happen with Roderick. How he didn't want to. He kind of stared down the Death Riders, and Claudio kind of like smiled at him. and then he went over there to help up OC. Thought that might have been the opportunity for Roderick to turn on them and join the Death Riders in an odd
Fuck
way.
that.
'Cause
No.
he doesn't want to be in there. I could see him joining the Death Riders.
But if he wanted to join the Death Riders, I feel like he would have, because if he really didn't want to be with the conglomeration, I feel like he would have left already. I could be wrong, but that's just the way I think it would have been.
I think the storytelling's there. It would fit.
I'd hate it. I mean, I feel there's no reason to. They've been winning. I mean, not everything except for this match they lost, but they win a lot more than they've been losing lately.
But also a lot of people
Plus,
want
he fucking backstabbed his wife in this match, which was fucking finally more than just a chop to her back. He fucking straight up backstabbed her. It was great.
that
Not
chop.
backstab. It might have been backbreaker.
That chop to the back was nasty.
Oh, at the pay-per-view, yeah.
Yeah.
But I loved the backbreaker on Dynamite. He finally hit her with a full backbreaker. I was like, yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's just something I was hoping could happen, having Roderick join them as well.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't though. So we had Bandito beat Mordos. The only thing I remember from this match, and it wasn't even a bad match, but it felt like it wasn't that long, was I loved how Beast Mordos helped set up that 21 plex. He didn't just so I forgot exactly what he ate, but he ate like some type of I don't know, backbreaker or something where it made him go to the rope. So he didn't just go into the spot where he's leaning, holding onto the rope. He was on his knees, both knees, onto the rope with chin. And he grabbed the rope while Bandito was running to hit 21 plex and started slowly getting up. And then once he was in that, if he was just getting up, then he hit 21 plex. Because you have to be in that position to hit for him to hit it properly. So he didn't just wait for it. He slowly got up, from literally laying on the rope to grab himself, timing it perfectly to Bandito grabbing him into 20. I was like, oh my God. So that was the cleanest one of those I've ever seen. No one was just waiting for it.
Yeah, it worked perfectly.
Yeah, more of that, please, wrestling.
Setup was there. It wasn't one of those, well, oh, here it comes. Like you said, oh shit, I gotta get back up. And then,
He
wow.
literally, by the time he got his last foot up, was literally when Bandito got to him to hit it, and I was like, oh my God, that was perfect.
Hmm.
He literally didn't make sure I'm okay. I'm here. Oh, here he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. It was literally oh shit. Oh fuck! And then he was just in it. I was like, oh my God, that was so clean. I need more of that instead of people just standing around.
It was
Just being ready in that specific setup. Yeah, it was perfect. But yeah, that was the only thing I remember off the top of my head from that match.
I'm not gonna lie. Out of everything that happened throughout this Dynamite, that's the one match.
I also don't remember a lot from Jungle Man and Ricochet.
I just remember they absolutely destroyed Luchasaurus again. I don't fucking know why they continue to have Luchasaurus just get taken out or written off or whatever they're doing, but the Demand destroyed his left arm.
So it was bandaged prior to the match. I think Sean Ross Sapp reported that he's actually dealing with a shoulder injury right now.
I don't mind.
Yeah, so that's why they wrote him off.
Does this mean Jungle Boy is gonna have to be doing it on his own again, and they're gonna keep him under the same gimmick he's been?
I guess so.
I hope so, because he's over right now.
But yeah, I don't really remember much from that match besides the Demand helped him retain.
Yeah.
Kind of easy.
I will give Jack Perry that he hit that moonsault perfectly this time. The one where he flips over and he's supposed to do the DDT, the inverted DDT.
Yeah.
He actually got it. I know he's been working on that for 3 weeks with a bum ankle, but he finally got it this week. So it looked clean.
But yeah, so poor Lucha got beat down after. That was lame. So we had Moxley and Alexander, which was in a really good match. Josh Alexander, that is, in a title eliminator. It wasn't exactly a Continental title, but that still follows the Continental rules. So it was still a 20-minute match. Moxley ended up getting the win in it in a really solid matchup, and they got him with the sleeper hold. And MVP and Shelton came out afterwards and stared down Moxley in the typical AEW stage stare down to the ring, never doing anything after.
Yeah, Shelton is challenging at Collision, or maybe Shelton's got to face somebody. I can't remember.
I think it was happening tomorrow, but I think it was Eliminator.
Okay. So yeah,
Actually,
that's
no, I think it's happening on Dynamite. I think Moxley's facing someone else tomorrow.
yeah. Shelton's got Scorpio Sky. Yeah, it
Oh,
happened
that's what I
on
was thinking of.
Dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so that should be interesting to see what happens next Wednesday with those two. Obviously, I think it's also a title eliminator instead of a direct continental title match. No idea why.
Yeah, and this is just another thing the Death Riders like doing, and been very, I guess, vocal that they're wanting to bring the best out of everybody. So he's now got that in the title picture, and now we're gonna get it in the Continental Classic, Continental title as well. Because of course with Okada, I don't feel like he really
Title with Okada,
defended
yeah.
it. He didn't really defend it a lot. Didn't have eliminator matches a lot for the Continental title.
Well, so in after the C2, they kind of focused on him and Kenny for well, no, not really, because we had to wait till July for that. Whenever I feel like, yeah, you're right. Leading up to the Kenny stuff, they didn't really have him do much with it. I feel like because then it became the unified title once they did the international stuff where he got that,
Yeah. So
but and then it became unified, which carried over into the match with Kenny, and then they just said, okay, well, he's gonna relinquish it for this year's C2. Oh, okay,
yeah,
but
so
yeah, they have too many singles titles.
maybe John Moxley's gonna be building up the mid card with it. Then he'll go off to TNT next, by God, and build it up.
I mean, we'll see. He's definitely babyface now, though. They had a promo later on in the show where he talked about MVP and Shelton. That he's easy to find and he's right where he started the year again on top. So definitely a babyface promo for sure. Do, 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 do. So we had that with Brody and Brody. We already talked about that. And then I guess just our main event, right? I don't think I missed anything else that I could
That's
think
it.
of. Yeah, so then Willow and Mercedes. With this being on the night of Stranger Things, I am so glad I did not get spoiled of this match because I would have been bummed knowing beforehand
Oh
that
yeah,
she won without me seeing it first. So my chat and community were great. No one came in and told me anything. I watched Stranger Things, enjoyed it, and was able to enjoy Dynamite spoiler free as well.
it was.
But
My God, what a match! First off, it was fantastic. I feel like Mercedes. This might have been her second the best match she had as champion. Um, and Willow ate some horrible fucking spots. Oh my God,
because she's the best.
that fucking
But
cannonball! Jesus
yeah, she
Christ!
ate. So she did the off the apron to the outside, and then she got two super. I don't know if they hit the third, but she got the. Oh no, the third was on the table. So then she did the two of the three amigos on the floor, on the mat, obviously, and then the third one was on the announce table, which was brutal because the table didn't break, and then Willow like slid off brutally too.
Yeah, and it looked like her back like popped weird, and I was just like, "Oh, son
It
of."
just looked like she slid off, like her body was just like in fucking ragdoll mode.
I was like, "Well, fuck."
It reminded me of when she was in that crazy ass match with Stat last year, and
Yes.
and like Stat did like a leg drop off the top or something, or like off the apron to the outside or some shit, and Willow didn't move fast enough, so she like actually clipped her down. It was like that. It was like ragdoll physics. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. She sold it very well. If it wasn't as bad, but it looked awful.
But yeah, so Willow ate some nasty spots in this match. But yeah, she got the win. She won it with the Doctor Bomb, and of course, we saw the baby faces come out. Harley came out, as well as Jet Speed and OC all came out, and then Statlander came out. And earlier in the night too, actually, there was a promo of the Sisters of Sin, and I'm sorry, of Triangle Madness, is what they're all called as the trios. But Tekla had basically talked about basically Willow or Statlander had no friends and she had no one to like go to for help. And after that match, we saw Statlander come out, and we of course saw them team up at Blood and Guts, but they hadn't fully. That's when Willow was telling Harley like you can't fully trust her and stuff like that. And so she came out, and they celebrated, and they big ol' hug, and her, Harley, and Willow held up all the titles, and that's literally all your women's champions in AEW is those three right there.
Yep. The BBS 2 tag and your women's world champion. So it's not a bad way to start 26.
No, hell no. So Monet, I don't count the Owen Hart, so she's like down to 8 belts now because the Owen Hart's just the tournament belt.
So my headset died.
Your headset was like, I'm done hearing about Monet.
Yeah, I heard Ed Monet and it just, I was like, oh, shit.
Because I was just saying she's down to 8 titles, I say now. Technically, she's down to 9. But the Owen Hart title doesn't count because that's a fucking tournament title. So 8 belt Monet in my head, even though she'll claim 9.
Yeah, she'll claim 9, and I feel like she'll be gone from AEW, I think, for a little bit to slowly drop those
Step in those
titles
other
off.
titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she also put out a thing, I don't know how true it is, of course, but she said like 26 might be her last year's or some shit like that.
I
On
can
her
see
social
that.
media page, I do believe.
That would be interesting because she's still in her, like, she's like younger than me. I think she's like 32 or something.
So,
I think. Hold on. How old is Mercedes Monet? 34. So she's my age, actually. 34. But yeah, so it's great to see Stat Willow holding titles, as well as Harley, who ended up skyrocketing from her shitty QTV days. And she did great. She was the best thing of that. So
yeah, I think who was it? It was MJF. Maybe it was some other news reporter that posted a photo of how it started. JF and Statlander wrestling like some company, and then how it ended.
just Creator Pro.
Yeah.
That's Brian Myers' school, the former Kurt Hawkins. So I saw a tweet that said, what a promo for Creator Pro to have two people who started there as your AW World Champions. Like, you could just take that and plaster it on your website. Look at that. We have the 2 world champs of AW. They started here.
Yeah, it's great. I like who's champion right now in AEW. I think it opens a lot of avenues.
Yeah, 1000%. I'm still curious when I think about like other people in AW we haven't seen lately. Like, do you think, obviously Jericho's contract expired New Year's Eve once midnight hit, I believe.
Yeah.
I do think we see him Monday on Raw, the July 5th show, or January 5th show. I mean,
I hope so.
I think we will.
Um,
Especially since how SmackDown went tonight with the return of Ryder, Cardona, and then the debut of Jordan, technically full time on roster, and Trick full time on SmackDown now. I definitely think they're gonna do similar stuff on Raw. That's why I think it'll be 3 hours, too. Like to fit in more stuff like that, like little backstage segments with people coming up, and maybe we'll see like Javon or something again.
but if it does, um, does debut, how do you have him show up? Like, how would you and have him? I guess that makes sense.
Javon or Jericho.
Jericho.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious that you should do some type of countdown interruption somehow. I feel like it has to be like you. I don't say you put him in a match. Like, you don't do what you did with Cardona, where it's like a mystery opponent. Just do a segment. Do like what you did with Randy. Like, someone's in the ring, and just have him interrupt in some shape. I think you have to do the countdown, like lights go black or something, or like I don't know who. Like, you could have in my sick head, you could have Gunther start out the show. And then have him talking about beating legends and retiring people.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. And then he'd be like, exactly. That's the countdown to your retirement. Sorry, that's the first thing that came to mind was Gunther. I don't know who else you could pair him up with. Like, honestly, I would think that would be hilarious, and I would totally do that if I was Hunter. But you want to go to AEW, then you're gonna do this storyline.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I really don't know how you. Even if it's not Gunther, you have to have him interrupt someone.
I could um
The Gunther one would be great though.
what would you have his theme be? Would you have him come back his break the break down the wall or what? Or would you have a Fozzy song?
I so you know how when Edge showed up in AEW, they just basically re-recorded the "You Think You Know Me" intro so they could use it. They should do that with Chris with the Learning Tree in WWE, but not use the Learning Tree, whatever Fozzy song that was. They should like tease, and this would probably sound horrible to be honest, now that I really think about it. But they should like do the countdown, the do do, and then I am the learning tree, kind of like what they did with Cardona, like
Oh
when it did
yeah,
the
yeah.
woo woo or whatever it did. Um, and then just go into Judas because I think Judas is probably. I like the as much as I got tired of it for a while. They did a. It's been gone for a while now, a couple of years.
Judas says yes.
Um, so I wouldn't hate that being it because it's a good sing along song, and the crowd would love it. But also the nostalgia of "Break the Walls Down" is always great.
I don't know. It'll be interesting because I feel like Jericho's had enough time to get himself back in shape. I think where he
I saw
was
a photo of
at,
him, and he looked in. I mean, he was in good shape even before he has been gone in AEW. He was not, compared to what he was a few years ago. Um, yeah, he was good before he left, but he looks like he's in really good shape now too. Like I saw a photo. I don't know if it was like him and like a fan at a concert or something recently, or like something, but he didn't have a shirt on and he looked really good.
yeah. So I feel like AEW, like right as he was getting done, that was probably the like I won't say the worst because I don't know how it was where else, but like in ring, his movement, it just felt like he was really out of it. I
I
guess.
felt like he did good in the gimmick matches. So, like I felt like the Bandito matches were fun. I hated the way it was just booked. Like he had the
Yeah,
match with Bandito for the RH title, and they did the weird ending where it was like, I don't even remember exactly how it went. Like Jericho won, but then they like reversed it, and so Bandito got it. I forgot exactly if his family got involved. It was a really weird booked match,
yeah. He
and
cheated
I
and all
hated it.
that.
But
Yeah,
like a lot of the gimmicks, so he had like some type of like hardcore match with Ishii or something for the RH title. That was really good. Like they fucking killed each other. Um, and there was a few others. I think there was probably another one, Bandito, but he had a few others that were like gimmicked. I think there was one against someone from CMLL. I don't think it was Mystico, but it was someone. And that was also a gimmick match, and it was really good. So he did the gimmick match as well. It was when it was just a typical wrestling match that I was like, ugh, I don't like this. Not looking good. But yeah, when he's in a gimmick match, he'll go balls to the wall.
him and Ishii chopped the absolute hell out of each other.
Yeah, and obviously the WWE style is a bit different when it comes to how crazy they can get when it comes to like chops. I mean, they'll go crazy if the story needs to tell that for WWE and they want it to go that direction, but it's like it's not as often as AEW. So I am curious. I've seen people say that he should just probably be more of like a manager slash GM role. I wouldn't hate that either, but it's clear that that's not what's gonna happen. I feel like it. It's not clear, but I definitely feel like that's not gonna happen
Well, he'll be active somehow.
for sure. We'll see if Meltzer's right, and if he comes back and does a retirement tour, then that means Meltzer was on the money.
I hope not, because it's
I don't know
gonna.
if it'll be a retirement tour, but that's basically how he worded like a retirement storyline.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I could see Jericho Monday. I could see Javon. Maybe another vignette for Oba, but I don't think we'll see him there. Maybe they'll tease us with the red Oba at the end just to kind of okay, well which one then, Um
It's possible.
I don't know if I'm trying to think of any NXT one. Maybe JC in the whole Fatal, but or even Lola. That would be cool too. Or even Jada. We haven't seen Jada in a while on NXT.
Yeah. It, Pac could be.
Would Jada go into Raw, stir up the weirdos that say that he's dating Jay? And if she even is, who cares? I mean, I don't fucking care. But like, I swear, there's those people so obsessed with people's personal lives in
God,
the wrestling world. It's like I don't
it's,
care.
it's
I
such
get asked about the wrestlers' personal lives all the time in the sense of relationships.
So weird. I don't.
It's like I'm happy if they're happy. Like I don't. Other than that, cool. I don't. It's none of my business.
Yeah, I can see Jada
None of
probably
my
going to the Raw.
business.
I wouldn't be mad with Jada on.
Yeah, they definitely need to start bringing up some of those NXT talent. I feel like there's people like and Nikita's been there for a while, but like there's just so much backlog of talent that like feel like they did something years ago and now aren't doing anything or barely anything. Like Nikita's doing Evolve stuff. I guess she was on a dark did a dark match on like Raw on Monday or something. Um
Wendy
but
Choo's
yeah,
another
like then
one.
Wendy, Carmen, Kalani's probably like a year away from a call up I could see. They're doing really good. She's doing good as a heel, I feel like she's starting to really embrace it good and doing well. I can see they're giving
Yes.
her like another year or so before they call her up. Um, yeah, like I said, Lola, but she's been doing a lot. She's always kind of featured Lola. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of talent that could be called up. And I hate that now that we're getting, and not hate, but it annoys me that now that Javon, Trick, and Obar are getting called up, that Wesley was released earlier last year. It's because like he definitely would have been in that main title picture if he wasn't.
Yeah, he would have been. I hate that Wes got released in general, but he's back in TNA, I guess, doing things with the Rascals, right?
Yeah, I just feel like now that you lost these three, or are about to lose these three to the main roster on the men's side, obviously you have people like Miles Bourne and Tavion that you're building up, and Stacks, I guess. I'm not really into him. Oh, did you see? I guess they got a name for all the people that have been invading from NXT to TNA. They're called the NXT Outlaws. Stacks
I
and Lexus
did
and all them,
did not.
and Tyson and Tyreek. Yeah, they're going by the NXT Outlaws in TNA now.
That's good.
I just still find it funny that they're trying to present Lexus King as a threat when he just got squashed by Tavion Heights in like 7 seconds. Like that's just funny to me. Like I'm here from NXT. What are you gonna do? Lose to me in 7 seconds? Oh, like, that would be me if a TNA wrestler. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? You put me in a blindfold match and lose? Oh, how are you supposed to be scared of this guy coming to your company and I'm here from NXT. I'm signed there and you're not, and you lose. Cool. I'm so scared. Ah.
Is the oddest shit. I don't get it.
Yeah. Same with Stacks. Like, oh, you fucking had a Heritage Cup and then threw it away. Cool. I'm so scared of you. And Stacks is a good wrestler. I mean, he had that like he beat Tony for that and shit, and he cheated. But I hate how NXT they like things that I guess it's just things that I thought were good. They totally dismantled. West was good as a babyface, put him as a heel. Did nothing with him really.
Yep.
I mean, they did, but I was getting a little hopeful when they started doing stuff with him and Trick, and then he was released or let go, whatever the fuck it was. His contract expired. I don't remember what it was. One of those three. But same with Chase U. Like I loved them. They had a lot of. They were so over, and then they did the thing with Rich Holland, and now he's been gone. He got released, and the whole point of ending Chase U was to put him over, and then he got released. So I was annoyed by that. And then fucking let's see the one I'm thinking of that they ended. Metaphor. And then they released Shakara and Oro. Like they
Metaphor.
had so many good things going, and then it's so surprising to see these people released who were like mad over. And Metaphor was kind of dealing with injuries there towards the end, but like fuck. And speaking of, where the fuck's Noam Dar? So he had won the Heritage Cup, and then they had the whole match with Tony and Stacks, where Stacks got it, and then they just threw it away. And Noam Dar has been gone ever since he had that injury.
I
Again,
think
this after he came back.
I think he got hurt, didn't he?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But like
after
it's
that.
been like there's been I haven't seen shit. Like if someone gets hurt, like we always see like updates. I haven't seen shit on this guy. I feel like once he even disappeared, it was like not even much was said. Like it was like, oh yeah, he's hurt. But it was like, and they said that on TV, which is why they did the whole Stacks Tony D match for it. But it was like, damn, they did all of that. Like have them two fight for it because he gave it to him and then he got injured just for them to drop it immediately and just totally get rid of the Heritage Cup. And then the guy who won it is just doing random shit in TNA.
That
And I just, how is there no update on this guy?
this should
And
be
he's been in the
home.
WWE forever, like a decade now. I think he had that whole debut on Raw in like Germany or wherever the fuck he's from. And it was like a big moment for him. That was like 2016.
Yeah, let me see. I can find anything because
How is he in developmental?
that's a good question. And I don't see anything. $, right?
I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to like go on to SRS's, like he does Q&As daily. I'm gonna have to submit a Noam Dar question because I haven't seen shit. But anyways, my
Yeah.
point being is just like
So
it's crazy how they dismantled all those groups like that and fucked up a lot of those people in NXT. I don't
so
understand how that
he had
happened.
his leg injury in 2014, required surgery and lengthy
That was
rehab.
before he was in WWE.
No, sorry, 2024. I don't know why the hell I said
Oh,
14.
okay. I was like
Fo-
2014. I was like, damn, he didn't
uh,
debut till like 2016.
Followed by another injury in mid 25 that forced him to vacate the Heritage Cup. He
And
returned
he
it.
literally was back for like a month.
Yeah, he was sidelined again in June, with reports in October of 25 indicating he was nearing a return. So,
It's fucking January. That was 4 months ago. Or
yeah,
3 months ago.
I don't know. He obviously, whatever injured him, had him.
Or he's just waiting for the fucking call for some booking. I don't know. I'll probably end up submitting one of those SRS Q&A questions because I'm actually curious what the fuck where he's at. Um, but yeah, man, I just hate how like there's a lot of promising acts in NXT that just got totally dismantled for almost no reason.
Yeah, it don't make sense, but that's what they've done with him.
I still don't know how Wesley didn't pan out. That heel turn was, I mean, the heel turn was not good, and I don't really blame him for that because I feel like they didn't do much with him as a heel, anyways, besides the high rise shit.
It might have been his own
But
choice, but
I'm curious once those three are up on the main roster, Trick, Oba, and Javon. Obviously, you're gonna have Ethan, Ricky as your two top guys. I mean, both are heel right now. I feel like Ethan could get called up too anytime. He's already been North American champ, NXT champ. You know, there's really not a whole lot left for him to do there besides just kind of stay there just because they need the name value.
he might get called up next time around. But I don't think it's.
Well, if that could be, they don't have like set times. That could be fucking after Mania. That could be anytime. You know.
Unless they do a draft, and
But yeah, I don't know how that NXT roster men's side is gonna look like once they're gone. Besides those two,
it's gonna look different. But I think they got the people there that could take.
also Tony D. Like, they're just, what the fuck are they do? We talked about this Tuesday. Like, he's been in the crowd the last few weeks. Tacked two guys that are obviously don't seem like they're gonna end up paying off because one's seemingly on the main roster, while the other one he just left alone in Ethan. I mean, I don't know. And he was in the crowd when Javon got attacked again. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck they're doing down there with what's going on, but we'll see.
I don't. It'll be interesting
That
after.
man is in a weird spot.
It'll be interesting after Tuesday when where they go.
I'm losing interest in Tony D because of how long this is taking. It's been a month since he returned.
Yep. He ain't said a fucking
Almost.
word.
Yeah. And just know he attacked Javon. We know he attacked was it Ricky or Ethan, I mean? And he's just stalked them in a
Just
sense.
hanging around.
So I don't know. I'm getting tired of waiting.
I agree.
But yeah, I think damn, we're an hour in already, hour and a half in already. Damn. So go Broncos. We're gonna beat the Chargers on Sunday. I'm excited for that. And we got Wrestle Kingdom again. We talked about it on Tuesday, so I'll be reacting to that. I'm looking forward to Wrestle Kingdom. I'll be live reacting to that, I should say. Um, so go Broncos and Tanahashi is retiring.
Yeah, I will. I'll be right here for the Seahawks game, and then I'll be keeping up with Collision, but I will not be watching it.
I forgot Cleveland's tomorrow. What time is the Seahawks tomorrow?
8 o'clock.
Okay, so basically the same time. Um, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow as fuck. I got a lot to do. Actually, even tonight after this, I gotta film. You know me and my TikTok shop. I got a ton of videos to do there.
Oh yeah.
And then I have to I'm probably gonna do some script writing, getting some script ready for the Joshies, because I don't just a lot of the time back in the day when I used to do this, I used to just make them for TikTok, so it'd just be like a 2-minute little TikTok video of me, like, giving an award out, being funny. But now that I'm trying to do it for YouTube, I'm trying to do, like, a full-on, like, crypt jokes, and I use my green screen, I have the prompter to help with a lot of cool stuff, so I try to make it more than just that now with it being on YouTube, so I'll probably do that tonight too. I have all the other shit I gotta do. Tomorrow's gonna be the filming day for it. I shoulda did it yesterday, but I was so lazy.
At least the Broncos
I
ain't
just
playing tomorrow.
I almost started rewatching Stranger Things yesterday. I got sucked down the TikTok Stranger Things hole of just people's reactions and like the theater reactions and
Oh,
just I sat there getting all teary eyed rewatching the scenes again. I was like, and I was like, I want to I even was texting Sarah, my fiance, I was like, I want to rewatch it again.
all the way from the
But I think I'm
beginning.
gonna wait if I do that. Yeah, well, I need to finish Sopranos. I've been watching that with my homie Alex, and this is probably the longest watch through. Like, we started this once, and then Sarah came for All In, and I hung out with her the whole time. So then we restarted it when Sarah left, but we had to wait because then I had all my grandma passed and all that stuff. So it was like right after she left, days later. And so we finally got back into it after everything settled down for me. And then obviously the holidays came up, so haven't been watching it as much. Um, so I need to we're on season 3, and it's a fucking great show. I love Sopranos. I love mafia stuff, so I have a lot of shit to watch, a lot of shit to do that I overstock myself with things, and that someone's like, "Hey, you want to watch this?" Yes, and then I'm like, "Shit, I have all this other shit to do, but I want to watch this."
Yes, I do. Damn it. Now I gotta put that on the list.
I have a lot of stuff I want to do when it comes just to kind of. I gotta post my Stranger Things stuff, edit those clips down.
That's like today I recorded my second episode of the Can You Name the Wrestler. I'm doing a weekly series with that. When I blur out the screen where you can't see who it is, you can just see the move. Gotta go off the hints I give you. Trying to get that shit to line up right has kind of kind of difficult, but I'm trying to learn how to get it right. Of course, I do all my editing myself. Trying to work with different processes.
Same.
Uh, make sure I get it the way you can't see it, but can still see the outline and moves that they're doing. So it's
My homie Alex, the one I've been watching Sopranos with, says I've been trying to get Josh to watch it for longer than Damien and Priest's feud, or Damien and Alistair's feud. Um, that's true actually, and we've been. It's just the difference of that and watching other stuff like Degrassi with my fiance is Degrassi's short. The episodes are 24 minutes, 22 minutes, and so they're easier to get through, like multiple episodes. Um, Obviously, we still sit there for like 4 hours because we're watching a lot of them, but it's just easier to you get through so much faster than you do The Sopranos, which is an hour. So you get through, your 2 hours. You only see 2 episodes. I watched Degrassi. I could watch almost 5 in 2 hours.
yeah.
Because they're only 20 something minutes each. So I could get basically 5 almost in a 2 hour period if I don't stop. So it's easier to not sit through, but like just to get through them quicker. So Sopranos, we're just taking longer because there's so much longer episodes.
I mean,
So he's in the chat complaining. I want to finish it too. We're like halfway through the series almost. I think it's like 6 seasons, so like halfway through. Yeah. Plus, I still need to see Godfather Part 2. I finally just watched Godfather one this year. I'm a big mafia, like mobster movie fan. I love Goodfellas, love Casino, of course, uh I always forget the name, but it's Tony Montana. I forget the why can't I remember the name of that movie? Say hello to my little friend. What the fuck?
that not
Scarface. Oh my god,
yeah,
it took me a
God,
minute.
yeah.
Anyway, so I love mafia mobster style movies, and he showed me a lot of others I hadn't seen before, and so we finally watched Godfather, which I loved. Godfather 2 is 4 hours. I don't know if you've ever seen the Godfather series, so I have to find time to watch a 4 hour movie
I have
because I want to
not.
watch it though because I loved the first one. It was really good.
I'm more of a comic book watcher. Like they Marvel related. Like Wonder Man comes out at the end of I'm looking for that. Like Ironheart came out. I sat down and watched all that. Even the Marvel
I know I
Zombie
want to
series.
watch. There's a lot of shows that my friend Alex like recommends. Like he's recommended The Boys and like The Bear, which he's always talked highly of those, and like Ted Lasso, and so it's like a lot. I want to see those, but it's like I do so much other things that it's so hard to watch. And then I have my comfort shows that I love to repeat to watch. So a lot of times they'll just go on the background while I'm doing stuff too. So
Yeah, because I mean, if it shows you've seen like a several times, you can play it in the background while you're
Breaking
working on
well, if
stuff.
they're really good shows like Breaking Bad or like Orange Is the New Black that I've seen multiple times, I'll actually like I'll play like if I'm playing like if I'm relaxing, playing like Minecraft or Madden or something. Those are easy to put on while I'm playing those. Um, but I still focus on the shows because I really love those shows. So if there's like a moment or like an episode I really like, I'll usually be like pausing my game to watch. But yeah. So I do a lot of my comfort shows a lot.
I understand that.
There's so many shows I want to watch. Yeah, Better Call Saul because I love Breaking Bad. I want to watch that too. But yeah, all right, we've be out for almost 2 hours, hour 45, but still. Tell people where they can find you outside the podcast.
What's outside the podcast? You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, uh, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick as the Kraken Wrestling.
You guys can find me Josh Vibes Up on Twitter, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm on all the platforms you could think of. Just look up Josh Vibes Up, and yeah, if you guys want to see me go crazy this Sunday for the Broncos, come on by my stream because that's gonna be live, and I'm gonna be going crazy. Even though we're playing a lot of people who are out, so I mean injured again for the Chargers. So
Yeah, and then I may freak the hell out Saturday, so who knows? It's gonna be interesting. So.
all right, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.